Oh, I left tinfoil hat crazy town the first time because it turned into cat crazy. Second time, it wrapped up and I made my point about a manifestation. Third time's a charm. Tinfoil hat crazy town. Turns out, nope, it's not food. It's going to be over here. Let's get over and it's private to me. Yes, yes. Well, now we can all see them. But it's been doing some. Oh yeah, that's true. There's the wolves. Um, oh, you're so cute. Oh, the darkest things that ever happen start with the cutest ideas. Just adorable. Mm. Extinct for 10,000 years. Now, the channel thinks it's amazing. I have already listened to the gentleman from Colossal. Is that I just followed him? What the hell is there? Colossal. Uh, I watched on Rogan. I didn't. Well, I did know. Okay, I gave up on this rabbit hole when chimeras were real, when we knew that was happening, and it turned out, what do I care? People just brush it off because I don't know, the flu or something. And Daddy, govern me harder, Daddy. I don't know. They didn't care. Uh, didn't care at all. And now I think it's so adorable. I think we can one more time. Oh, cuties. Oh. Woolly mammoths next, they saying. They've already gene edited and cloned children in China, is what we're hearing. Now, all my opinions are for entertainment purposes only. It could be crazy talk. From Tinfoil Hat Crazy Town. I'll be damned if it's not floating around, though, right now. So, why? We can't reflect on that? Of course we can. I'm not the one. I didn't point it out. I'm not noticing. But I mean, this is how Jurassic Park starts, right? We're not so arrogant that we think just because we can do it for real, we'd get it right. Is this our problem with dystopian storytelling? That it's really pre-programming, boiling frog? It's looking like it every day. We're going to build the robot workforce. That always turns on us. Sorry, they're going to get it because why? They're going to build their robot and AI horse first, and a dude will stick his dick in anything. So, bam, you're screwed there. So, you're getting your robot overlords. It won't matter if you get your Internet of Things and your control system and your CBD backed digital, uh, slave currency. None of that'll matter because you're going to get your robot authority keepers, and they're not going to have compassion. And then they're going to be robots. So this whole, it's not fair. He's a bad officer. No, they're just gonna, you're gonna comply. Hey, but they're so cute. They're so adorable. And the woolly mammoths. And Elon making jokes. Man, maybe they could make miniature versions of woolly mammoths that could run around in your backyard if you're an elitist. If your three Bugattis ain't enough, and your human trafficking ring is bringing in the big bucks, I don't know. I'm just fucking playing. I don't think everyone's in on crime. I think some people just get mega loaded and then can fantasize about having a tiny woolly mammoth. To hell with the society that possibly has to endure the 10,000-year-old illness that's brought back. I wonder what dark secret lab is working on that already. Because they're showing me animals brought back from extinction with their cute little howls. Oh God, please. Please, dystopian future, be adorable. Be adorable. But it always starts as this is beneficial to someone who's... This is beneficial to someone in a very small percentile group. And the rest of you normies, you're just going to live in the world we create. Now, I don't think of hate. I think it's adorable. What a great idea. Man, I can't wait till the T-Rex gets out. I think those things are amazing. For at least 3 movies, they just ate people. By the end, they become our friends, I guess. Hey, I was that 50, 60 years, we'll have our raptor fighting force. Because part of that dystopian storyline is there's always someone to weaponize a technology. Hey, I learned a couple things while listening to A$AP Rock. Technology. It's super cool. The same laser-guided missile system plays your CD kind of technology story arc. So I really felt this was worth the time. I got that drunken hater in the someone who thinks I'm a drunk, slurring idiot. I think I just realized that is a defensive mechanism, because I'd rather jump out the window and scream and go, what the heck is wrong with people? Where's the other side of the discussion? Now, it's out there. It is. I shouldn't say that. But too many, it's adorable and awesome, not holy smokes, what are we? Oh yeah, no, there it is. That's yeah.
Are outside of the box. They're out. It's
Let's
like
go.
China, Russia,
it is getting weird. Like CRISPR and these genome engineering tools are outside of the box. They're out. It's like the genie out of the bottle, right? It's like
right.
It's out there. You can't put it back in. I think.
Okay, I gotta get up, but I'm gonna let it go because I think you can just listen, and I'll be back before it's done. But yeah, no, that's gonna happen.
That more and more people in other countries are going to be doing things with these technologies for humans. That's why Colossal just said, we will never do anything for humans. If someone else wants to use our technologies for humans, we'll evaluate it.
But that gets so weird, right? Like the China story. Like, can you explain to people what they did? They said they were inoculating them from HIV, which is...
Yeah. They actually were engineering.
Suspect.
They were engineering babies in editing their embryos to confer a resistance to HIV. Now, still to this day, so they were cloning them, and then they were genetically modifying them. And so they're doing lots of things that are, there's a general moratorium in the world on some of these things around humans. Anything that's considered a germline edit. So anything that could be passed on to the next generation, right? So things. So if you engineer something into the genome, the fear is, from a germline. So all your cells in your body are somatic cells, except for your like egg or sperm. Those are germ cells. So anything that could be affected into the germline, so that you pass it on to the next generation, that could be like, umbrella corporation type moment, right? So we don't want that.
So, not only is it not my idea, I'm not saying you dig Rogan and his stuff. But this is the gentleman that just brought back the dire wolf, right? We know about the mammoth thing. That's coming. They're working on that. I didn't realize they had that. I thought it was interesting how they found a mammoth sitting up, flowery plants in its mouth and stomach, or like what killed it and froze it solid in 10 hours is, I think, what I read. Yeah, that's a good question, isn't it? So is that what wiped out the prior civilization that we don't know about? That's we're getting more and more evidence of. I don't know. Maybe we're just getting back to the origins of it all and the gene splicing that's supposedly in the what's that? The Emerald tablets and the Epic of Gilgamesh. Is that it? Or those the two brothers that engineer us from the creatures of the planet? Yeah, that's it. You see where we visited today? I'm in a good mood. We've been going like 40 minutes on the crazy stuff. It's my fave.
Moment, right? So
Right.
we don't want that.
Well, the scary thing was they didn't just do that. They also edited something that would allow the child to have much higher intelligence.
Well, so that part's like that part's quoted under debate. There's people that say that happened. There's people that say it doesn't happen.
Nice.
If you look at BGI or Beijing Genomics Institute, right? They did this thing that, from a nefarious perspective, was brilliant. From a nefarious perspective, is also terrifying. During COVID, they're like, we'll do all the COVID testing for you for free. We'll do all this COVID testing for you for free. No worries. Just send us your data. We'll do it all for free. You just want to help the world, right? We'll work with the World Health Organization. Just send us all your samples from all your countries, everything. And publicly, the CEO of BGI has said, which is funded by the CCP, has said that they are looking at genes with humans. They are looking at what makes humans more intelligent. They don't shy away from this. This is not like some, conspiracy, like they're like, is it a Sasquatch or is it just a man in an ape suit? This is something that is very real. They are openly saying we are sequencing as much as.
Catch that? Because the channel loves making that reference. You can believe in whatever you want. Loch Ness, Sasquatch, Chupacabra. Cryptozoology is filled with mythical tales, probably created by extreme taxidermy, but I digress there. You do your own thing on that. At the same time, there's things like pig-human chimera embryos that get outed to the world and it disappears in a minute. I'm just, come on. This is where I don't think it takes any sort of maximum intelligence to see through that debate. Like, I don't think that's complicated. And maybe I'm wrong. Hey, I don't ask much, but down in the comments, if you're curious, or I'm curious, do you think it's complicated? That there's some conspiracy theories that are total bullshit to keep you running around in circles? Then there's actual things happening so dark and deadly that they're told to you and allowed to disappear because they're so scary you don't want to see it? I guess it's a rhetorical question because I'm pretty sure I nailed it there. But yeah, I think that's it. Do you disagree? I don't know. Let me know. Share it with your angry friend. I don't know. Do whatever. I'm pretty sure we're screwed.
Some, conspiracy, like they're like, is it a Sasquatch or is it just a man in an ape suit? This is something that is very real. They are openly saying we are sequencing as much as we can of the world population, looking for genes for intelligence, and we will act on that. Like that's not a hidden thing. So that is
but
the problem.
They supposedly did with these children. How old are these kids now?
I mean, that would have. When did that happen? It was. Yeah, so they've been like 6 or 7.
Oh, and are they already winning chess championships?
Yeah, so I'm not.
Now, of course, we've been waking bacon all morning, and I think that's why I like this. And I think it's why people don't get it. Well, I don't think it's 100% true. I'll have to dig deeper, look into it. I think he's making jokes. Man, doesn't have to be serious the whole time, because next guest would just actually talk about Chupacabra. I don't know. I'm just saying it's to me the whole thing is very interesting though. I think there's some interesting things going on, and this is where people are complaining. I just keep watching. because I think his takes, and what I really do is I read his people's the feed, what they say, and you get a good cross section of society because he got a ton of haters in there too. So you get both. It's interesting. Now, to finish on a high note, I agree with this person's post. Oliver Anthony looks like he donated $80,000 to help people. All outside of media coverage, all outside of Ticketmaster, all outside of the main channels. And it appears he's out there on a tour.
I just want you to never forget.
And we're gonna finish with this because it's not all crazy stuff. There's people working hard, and I like to see and acknowledge that too.
If you know, but I know that you do, cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end, cause they're rich men, not the rich men. This is that, there's a lot of good people left in the world, and you're looking at them right here, and they've been involved in this whole thing and getting all this set up, and it's so easy to feel outnumbered in this crazy world, and I just want you to never forget that there always will be more of us than there ever will be of them. Thank y'all.
Because the messaging is controlled by people that hate us. And I show Ange in our movies and our entertainment all the time. Now she's really good at picking something out. She's like, why would they do that? Why would they write it that way? And I'm like, because they hate you. They hate you and they don't care about you and they just want to lead you on. And we take a moment. We're like, well, if he did, and I'm not saying could do better. I'm not saying could do better. Saying better had been done in 15 other places. Why couldn't they steal something of value? Why do they gotta pass off garbage to make a buck? Well, because the outnumbered silent majority is a cog in a machine to those at the top. Those who think that gene splicing you to perfection is better than allowing nature to take its course. And as always, I believe in a lot of crazy stuff, but at no point do I think we should take on the role of God. Later.